And we are the Other People Show. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into the show tonight on this lovely Thursday. Is it a Thursday?
It is Thursday. It seems a little later in the week.
Yeah, it does seem later in the week.
Month.
And we're doing a show later today than we typically do the show. At 11:11 is when we're doing the show. So thank you to everyone that's tuning into the show. I'm Adam.
I'm Lana.
And she is going to be joining me tonight. Now, before we proceed, go to kingnetworktv.com. You can check out all the live streams on there. And if you have Fire Stick or Roku TV, go to King Network TV, download the app, and watch our show Wednesday at midnight, and I think Fridays at midnight. So please do that. And share the page, and we're going to start doing some giveaways soon. I think. What do you think about that?
What are we giving away?
That's what I'm wondering. What do you think we should give away? And we'd have to come up with some kind of a contest. So in the comments below during the show or during the replay, please tell us something that maybe we could give away. But, it'll probably be some kind of a smart ass comment that they want us to give away something grand or spectacular. And we're just not going to do that.
I mean, I'm not sure we have anything grand or spectacular to offer.
That's probably true.
Movie tickets?
Movie tickets, or we could send you a great mixed drink recipe or alcoholic beverage. Well, she can.
Well, yeah, he can't.
No.
I
didn't even make this drink.
Yeah, that is his job. Just ask somebody else.
I got to be honest. I had the easiest job of all. I just push start and talk. Now, Lana was concerned tonight, as many people have been concerned in the past. What are we going to talk about tonight? We don't have that many topics. We have 30 minutes to fill. What will we talk about? Jibber jabber. That's what we will talk about, because we often have talked about that.
Well, I'm pretty good at jibber jabber, so
that is true.
We can do it.
That is true. So, how's your night? How's your week been?
My week has been fantastic. On a little getaway. Obviously, this isn't my home, but it's my home away from home.
Yes.
So, had a good time. It's a little tiring being on vacation. It's tiring being on vacation.
Now, a lot of people.
I might need a vacation after this. Everybody says that, but it's probably true.
A vacation from the vacation.
Well, just rest and rejuvenate from the vacation. It takes a lot of energy to be on vacation.
Now, I will say this: I'm kind of a tag along on her spectacular vacation.
Tag along.
And I'll explain this. Now, she wants to present herself, and I've only had like 2 sips of that. So she wants to present herself as this, and I'm not saying she isn't, as this connoisseur of everything.
A connoisseur of everything.
Yes.
That's not exactly correct.
That isn't correct.
I've came across, and I'm very clear that I know a whole lot about
nothing.
Everything. A little bit about everything and a whole lot about nothing.
Which has seemed to be the case thus far. Now, I didn't want to get into this. I know it's been brought up a little bit in the past. Lana's been watching the show for a while, and she tuned in because of my dashing good looks and charm. That being said, she, I think, sadly, has found someone else that I don't really know. Are you trying to pursue, or are you the pursuee? Are you being pursued, or are you doing the pursuing?
I'm not really sure what you're talking about.
One word name. He has a series coming out in March. He's not a real person, but he has feelings, but he's not real. Pippin is who I'm talking about. Pippin.
I don't understand why you get so angry just even bringing him up. Like it's. Oh. I mean, I don't. You're like fixated on the little dude. He's great. Like nobody understands why you don't like him.
Because he's taken over everything. And I'm sorry everyone that's watching. I had a breakdown back in the fall, and a lot of people think the breakdown was due to this girl or that, but it isn't. It's really, well, it is in a way, but the underlying issue that I found out through messages, which I'm getting throughout the show, is that Pippin put the monkey wrench in, in spokes or whatever. Is that how the saying is?
I don't know. I think Pippin did a very well. I think he did very well at filling in your slot while you were away.
Yeah. At Deep Meadows. I have to give a plug to Deep Meadows because they're the ones that's got me back on the right path and not manic. Oh.
But it's almost like you would have rather he have done a horrible job and that people didn't like him. Like it's your show. Like what?
That's kind of. I know I wanted the show to do well.
You seem just a little bit jealous and
paranoid, of his success
and paranoid.
Maybe so. Maybe that's a good possibility. So I just want to know where you and Pippin stand, because I did see on your Facebook story, I think it was you and Pippin a couple of days ago, and I wasn't sure.
I'm allowed to hang out with whoever I want.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a jealous friend. You can hang out with Pippin. I mean, in all honesty, for the audience, Pippin is watching and making me a little bit nervous because I know. See that smile?
He's so cute.
See, he's over there with his mouth wide open. Those piercing green eyes.
Oh. That
mop-topped head. Is that what you like? Does Pippin have the qualities of somebody that you're looking for? No, he doesn't. Plain and simple. He's 14-inch tall puppet.
We have a lot in common. We have a lot to talk about. Like we share same interests. Oddly enough, like my thing is potluck crashing, and his whole coming up with like he goes to reunions. I do that.
Let me ask you this question, because this is an interesting question. How did that even come about? The potluck crashing. Can you tell any of that or no?
On my part,
yes.
Like, everybody likes a good potluck, like your church dinners or whatever. Like women of, like the women's conversation. Yeah, you can just show up; they'll feed you.
Mm-hmm.
They've always got really, really good food. It's like the older women of congregations, right, or older women of the family and the recipes that you're just waiting for.
Some of the recipes have been passed down.
Yeah. Like, so you just slide right in there, pretend like it's good people. Usually, you may not know them, but good food, in and out.
Now, when you've done this, how many times would you say that you've done this?
I don't want to admit this.
1, 2 times?
Sure.
So 1 or 2 times?
Sure.
Okay, so I take it more than that. What I'm wondering is...
You take it however you want to take it.
Is how do they conversate with you when you're there? Or are you pretty much there eating, hoping nobody notices anything, and then splitting as soon as possible?
Well, the best thing to do is to get there just a little bit late and walk in like you belong. Stand in line, immediately stand in line for the food.
Right.
Go do your like little rounds, get your plates, and then you go find the not the oldest couple, but the older couple that smiling, looking at you like interest, like who are you? And you say you don't know me, but like, and then you just sit there and just. Yeah, and you just agree and then eat.
Do you ever really feel nervous, like time is running out, they're on to me? Has that ever happened? They're on to me, I've got to get out. What's the best exit strategy?
Irish exit. You show up unannounced, you leave unannounced. Where did that person go? They don't even know. You just quick exit. You don't say bye, you don't make eye contact, you just leave.
Okay.
Irish exit.
Now, I used to do this thing Um, I would often go to this would be in a bigger theater complex, 18 or 20 screens, and I would see two movies, a double feature. Pay for the first movie, watch the first movie, and then go pick a random movie on the opposite side and just go into it to see if I can make it through the entire movie. No one catching me, no, making it through. But I will say I've done this multiple times. A lot of times in bigger cities or bigger places, ushers come in throughout the movie. So anytime those ushers would come into the movie, I would be extremely nervous because I wouldn't have a ticket for In Her Shoes, for example. We'll just use that movie.
That was a good book.
Never seen the book.
You've never seen the book.
I've never seen the book.
I actually read the book. That was In Her Shoes. Did she write The Devil Wears Prada as well? Jennifer Green, maybe?
If anyone knows, please let us know.
I don't know.
But yeah, that was one. I saw a double feature that day.
20 years ago.
Just Like Heaven. That was another one that I snuck into. 30 Days of Night. I snuck into that one. So, and I've never been caught, just as you have never been caught.
Well, I don't always go to strangers' functions. A lot of times somebody will say something, will tip me off, they'll be talking about it. I'll show up at friends and coworkers. You'll be talking about it, you're talking about it's coming up, and then guess what? You've done told me where it's at.
Right.
You've told me what time. You've talked about it. Like I don't say anything in return. I just show up. And a lot of times in those instances, they're very happy that you're there.
Because I guess
you just show up. Oh, wait. thought we was having a reunion today. I'm here, and you're the coworker. They're not going to say anything.
Right. Now we do have a couple responses on here. Everyone, hello, Catherine. Corey wants me to sing a little ditty. That is not going to happen tonight.
I think that should happen tonight.
I will say this though.
We just missed karaoke.
Yes, karaoke.
I say it strangely. It's a family thing, but yeah, I think you should sing a ditty.
Well, here's what I propose. We're going to have a relaunch of the show in May. We're going to have a 24-hour show. And within that 24-hour show, I will sing a song on that show. Because I've got 24 hours to fill. That's going to be a hard show to do. Wouldn't you think?
For me, yes. For you, yes.
I think 24 hours is going to be difficult.
Yes.
Now, Jake and I would often go into the studio, sometimes with things prepared, sometimes with things not prepared. And we would just riff and kind of do like this. But that was for 2 hours, maybe 3 from time to time. A 24-hour show is going to be different. So that is going to be, are you going to do the 24-hour show with me?
Is it a paying gig?
It is not a paying gig.
I don't know then.
Okay. Maybe guest on for, a quick minute or two.
Maybe a minute or two.
Okay. Maybe, Pippin can come along.
Oh, so Pippin's going to be on the show?
Yeah, Pippin will be. He's going to do the tour.
Then for sure, I think I can do it.
Okay.
At least an hour or two.
Let's see what Catherine has to say here. Now, Catherine has done a bit of potluck crashing herself.
Oh, it's great.
And Catherine, she says she has found most often, even if they know you don't quite belong, they don't really mind.
They don't.
Which is basically
you could and it's church potlucks are really easy because you could just be like, I was a guest at your church today.
Right.
I'm not a member. I just happened to be a visitor today to your church. Check it out.
I just happened to see on your sign, potluck 1 p.m. Bang, I'm there.
Yeah.
Now
that's how you get to know everybody. Maybe I don't know. People do it.
It seems like a fun thing to do.
I'm not weird. Catherine, no. We're not weird.
Catherine does it. You do it.
You know where it's at. You know where it's at.
Yes.
That's where it's at.
So we were discussing earlier today firsts throughout the week. And
You've had a lot of firsts this week.
Yeah, there's been a lot of firsts that happen. Um, a lot of good firsts.
Yeah.
Jet ski, great, fantastic. Tornado, great, fantastic, spectacular, as well as the jet ski. A horrendous sunburn, not a first, but a first by somebody that, after they said that they were really good at applying sunscreen, the not being, that was a first. So a lot of firsts this week. Have you had any firsts?
The first time I've heard somebody saying driving through a tornado was like fantastic. Fantastic.
Or maybe I over exaggerated a little.
Hysterical. I was hysterical, but I guess it was. I mean, we survived it.
Mm-hmm.
So
came out the other side.
The jet ski on the ocean. I've never been on a boat on the ocean. Been to the ocean, of course, but not on a boat in the ocean. Not somewhere where you could jump off that boat and you're waist deep in the water, although you're hundreds of feet from shore.
Right.
So that was great.
So
I don't know if that gives it away where we are, or if it's like top secret where we are.
I don't think it's top secret, but if people can guess, put below in the comments, and that will be the thing.
Maybe they'll win something. I'll give them a prize if you can guess exactly where we are.
Now, are we saying exactly where we are? Like exactly, or?
I mean, they're not going to know the address.
Or I mean, like the
area.
The area. So if they get very, very close,
within 5 to 10 miles, which is a lot of popular places, they could within 5 to 10 miles.
So Catherine's saying that she's weird and owns it, but the crashing, especially church potlucks, isn't too weird.
No, it's not.
So that's a fun activity.
No.
Now we were talking briefly, a couple of these topics. We're going to be doing the late date show tomorrow night. So a couple of some topics that we have will be featured on there. But Lana is going to be. You've done a couple shows lately. This is your third show?
Third.
And you were a virgin to the shows up until a few weeks ago.
I've never been on camera. No.
So then you've done a smashing job. You've got rave reviews. Second only to Pippin. So as far as the ranking goes, it goes Pippin, Jake, Lana, then myself. So at least I'm in top 4.
I mean, that's fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. So
you should probably smile more.
I guess I should, but when I see a puppet looking at me from the side view, it just brings up the anger. And I don't know if the medication is strong enough to push the anger back down.
You see, again, why are you so angry at somebody that saved your ass while you were in the hospital? Why is he so angry?
My thought on that is I've shown Pippin gratitude by allowing him on the show. Allowing him on my show that I created. And you have to look at it from my point of view. Now Jake, my best friend, my creative partner, now wants to do a show.
Are you mad at him?
I'm not mad at Jake. I didn't want to get into that. And that's something I'm a little bit, see, here it is.
I mean, you might want to hold your tongue.
Yeah. So we were going to do a show yesterday. I'm just going to pull back the curtain here. We were going to do The Good Son. We'd watched it yesterday.
Movie.
And we had decided to do the show last night at 10. All the promotional material had went out. Jake messages in, and he's at like a horse race in Charlestown, West Virginia. Now, he thinks that I didn't see this, and you don't know this, Lana. You all don't know this either. He has a smile, the nice voice. He doesn't curse. He doesn't drink. He's the opposite of me, basically. And he chimes in, hey, man, I'm sorry. I can't do the show. I'm tired. I'm not feeling all that well. I just had the second COVID shot. Can we postpone the show? Sure, we can postpone the show. 45 minutes later, he is on his Instagram story is at the racetrack watching the horses, and he's saying like it's his favorite thing.
Maybe he was just too tired for you.
It's really harsh. It hits me.
It's horses.
Horse racing
In Kentucky.
West Virginia.
West Virginia. Yeah. That's still important.
I mean, it is. Hey, Heather. Heather's watching this, so that's another viewer. So thanks for tuning in. But that's the thing that I didn't want to say that I was upset with Jake. But when you go to somebody's Instagram story 45 minutes after they cancel your show, they're at a horse race, it's not going to make you feel good, right? Will it make you feel good?
Maybe Jake has a gambling problem.
I don't think he gambles. I think he owns. Here's what I think. If you go back and listen, Jake bought some horses. Well, he's part owner of 4 different horses.
Then he probably has an invested interest
he does.
in this work.
But he's putting that over top of the show. Which, as you know, I've canceled hanging out with you multiple times over doing the show. I mean, I can see why you would go out with Pippin other than myself. But that being said, I always come around. Some often late.
Leftover.
Yeah.
Time. Yeah.
I mean,
Pippin gives me his
full attention.
Prime time.
Well, that still doesn't change the fact that I got off on a whole different tangent anyway. Jake did that, and he's making money doing that. Money with Pippin, doing the show. I'm not going to be surprised if I wake up tomorrow morning and I get a news release that you, Pippin, and Jake are just doing the show. So let that happen. That's all I'm saying. It's not a threat. Let it happen, and we will see who gets the most views.
Coping mechanisms. You're working on coping mechanisms.
That's true.
Because when it happens, I'm not saying it's going to, or it is.
Now, Katie said she would be hurt as well, so she's.
I mean, he's acting kind of irrational. It's a puppet, and he saved your ass, and
I think he might.
And so the people that had to watch, still collaborate, figure out. I mean, just liking him, you just don't like it. You don't like him. He does not like Pippin.
I'm trying to, though. I'm going to try. I really am going to try.
He's very cute. He's very, very cute.
I mean, what's his number one quality? Being cute? That's not really a quality, is it?
I mean, I could say it all day, over and over and over. Yeah, it's good quality to have. He's cute.
So you could go around.
He's mini.
You could go around telling Pippin that he's
Everybody
cute.
likes mini things.
Do they?
They really do. Little tiny. Yeah.
Secretly,
everybody likes miniature things.
Interesting. Good to know. Well, Pippin is only 14 inches tall.
Yeah. That's mini.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get any taller than that.
It's fine.
So another first we'll get back into is a board game. Well, Sequence. The game Sequence.
We had talked about on the last show that I did with you and Jake. You had not played Sequence. It's a really good game. It's a really old game. And I said, it never goes on sale, but not a lot of people know. It's $20. It's always going to be $20. You won't know that many people that have it, kind of like Parcheesi. I have yet to play Parcheesi.
I don't even know the.
I shall play Parcheesi one day.
I don't even know what the game like. What I've heard of the name. I don't know what the game is though.
I don't either. I don't either.
Does anybody know Parcheesi out there?
I'm gonna play Parcheesi.
But it does have dice that you put in a little thing and roll, right? Does it have dice?
I don't know. That's Yahtzee.
I knew it was Yahtzee.
I did teach him Sequence and Phase 10.
Yes.
You hadn't played Phase 10.
Now that was a big game that Jake had mentioned throughout the years. He tried to get me to play before. I got to be honest. I'm very. Hey Des, I'm very reluctant to play games that I've never played when other people have played them. You know what I mean?
You almost won. He almost won
Twice. Almost won
twice. He did not, because I don't play games to lose. I like to win.
So you're a
I
competitor.
like to win.
Yeah.
I mean, I like seeing other people win and the glory. It's just the glory, but like, I like to win. I like to shit talk. I mean, I just like to win.
Right.
I don't like to lose.
Hmm.
So, I mean, you did a good job, but I'm glad you lost.
Now, that's the thing that you were a regular at the gas station.
Yeah.
Which was funny because when you heard the song and when she was on,
I actually did not realize. I was like, she looks so familiar, and then it hit me but yes.
Yep.
Shh. Let's not talk about those times I walked into the gas station. Like, no.
So
Yeah,
getting back to Sequence. Now, Sequence was a really fun game. What are some other fun games that you like to play? Because this is a topic that we want to continue going to, because there's an endless, I guess not endless, but there's a big array of games out there. Board games.
It's not just like the games and the winning. It's the fellowship you get with your friends and family. If you're game players, you have game nights. You do that regularly. Me and my brothers and sisters, we're really competitive with each other, but it's you can sit and you can have something, and there's a different purpose, but there's not just, we don't watch a lot of television, so
right.
It gives you conversation time with also something else.
Now that's another thing that's very interesting that you mentioned games, because do a lot of people that play games, what do they have on in the background? Music? Just talking? Is there a show or a movie going? Just random noise?
Occasionally music, but a lot of times I don't have TV on at my house, so if somebody stops by, you want to play a game of Farkle, which I also taught you to play, which if it's worth all $6.50 to go get those 6 dice to where they all are the same shape. It's very easy. It's very fast paced. You can talk. It can be a 2-person game. It can be a 10-person game. It still goes by really fast. You can still have conversation around that. And then, or you could just play it, be like, who's going to win today, just so they can have like a little pep in their step.
Right. Which is what you do.
Well, always.
Now, Katie was saying that she misses D&D. And it's Katie and Des are having a... Now, Katie said she didn't care for Farkle too much.
What?
I never had heard of Farkle until you had mentioned it.
I like it. But I camp a lot. I have a lot of brothers and sisters. And
you glamp a lot.
I glamp a lot.
I don't know if you camp.
I have like 13, 14, 15, I think, I don't know, about 15 cute, great nieces and nephews. I have a lot of nieces and nephews, so any age. So we're going and doing these things to where you can get like even younger kids involved, because it's simple. Even if you have to just sitting around together, I don't know. And it needs to be fast to where,
like a fast pace.
Yeah, to where nobody's attention gets drawn off to the side over something else, or
hey Ronald,
or whatnot. But like, I don't know.
What would you say, if you had in the people watching as well? What would be some of your favorite game, if you had to pick out a favorite game?
Actually, my favorite game is Clue, and I just so happened to surprise a certain somebody with a huge outdoor Clue playing game that I think, can we do that tomorrow?
Yeah. I think that's something that needs to be done tomorrow. It's a huge
beach towel.
Yeah.
So that's another clue.
That is a clue.
Pun intended. To where we might possibly be at.
Now, Ron, not to interrupt, but Ron said he loves Phase 10 as well.
Phase 10.
Which we did play that. Now, what I want to do, we're almost at 30 minutes, if you can believe that.
I have no perception of time.
You don't, do you? We could have been here 3 hours.
It's been like 5 minutes or 3 hours. It's been 30.
Makes no difference to you. Hey, Nicole. We're getting a lot of people on tonight. Nicole, what's your all's favorite games as well? Now, I would have to say, I know it's not a board game, and it's very simple, but Uno would be probably one of my top 3 games. It's quick, easy. I win a lot, and everyone else loses. So that's why I like it.
Here's where I actually think you should plug the video you uploaded of somebody after you shuffled and you dealt won in less than 20 seconds, and you didn't even get a turn.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
He thinks he's an Uno wizard. He is not.
This was
You're not an Uno wizard.
This was luck was on her side. She had the rabbit's foot in her pocket. The 4-leaf clover, right?
I just think it was the gaming gods telling you you're just not a wizard.
Maybe not.
You can't think you're the best.
I mean, I don't know if I'm the best.
You get braggadocious and boom, karma's going to punch you in the throat.
You know what? I think honestly, that's why I have a big head, because, and that's why why this thing is stretched out so much.
This is true.
You know, sadly.
Inflate sometimes.
No, Nicole's saying dominoes. Let's see what some people are saying on there. Rummy and rook.
Oh, I love rook. I love cards. Actually, if I was to say other than Clue, that would be board games. But I'm a good. I like throwing dice because it's gambling and stuff, and it's fast and quick. But I actually like Texas Hold'em. So I'm a poker player.
I've never played that. Now,
what?
Now I did play.
So it might be a little too advanced for him.
It could be.
That takes
some smarts.
Yes.
Because I said earlier, and you gave me a weird look when I said that I was shallow and vapid. So therefore, I wouldn't know these things. And oddly enough, that's the name of my novella, Shallow and Vapid.
Shallow and Vapid.
A 2-year terrible romance. No, it's just called Shallow and Vapid. So yeah, that novella will be coming out soon. Not soon. I have to write it.
I'm laughing at you.
I have it all here. Now, let's see. Kate was mentioning a game with trains.
Ticket to Ride.
Yep, that's what she said. Also, Ticket to Ride is the game I was thinking of. My family had the most fun playing the game. Ticket to Ride, I've never heard of.
Ticket to Ride is actually, which there's 2 variations of the game, but that's very, very popular in Europe and Britain. So I bought it a couple of years ago for my son. Just like, I like getting him things he didn't know he wanted for Christmas until he gets it. And so I had looked up just his age, but no, it's a British originated game.
And Pippin's
hugely
nodding.
Popular over there.
He's nodding his head that he's heard of the game as well.
That's a good game. It really is.
So what about now? Nicole is saying dominoes. How do you actually play dominoes? Is that where you have to connect?
You do have to connect, and then you get like so many, and then like you have like a boneyard. I remember that. I think there was one Christmas like with one of my older sisters and her fiance at the time. We were really drunk. I don't know, but I remember a boneyard. There was a boneyard. I'm positive there was a boneyard, and I didn't do bad. I don't think I won, but we played hours and hours. But that's my only experience with that.
Now, I have always found that playing, board games or card games, I've always played those more than like video games for the most part.
Hey, interesting fact.
Okay.
You're talking to like top 100 in the world. I don't know if it's a video game. What do you call that? A PC game. Original PC game.
You were telling me about that.
I am actually ranked top 100 in the world at Minesweeper.
Congratulations to that.
The little bomb game. Like, it took 3 to 4 years to get that good.
Really?
Like, people don't realize, like, it took thought processing and trying to do that. But I'm competitive. Once I say I want to do something, I do it.
Now, a good thing with Katie, she says she's starting to write again for the first time in a long time. It's not a first, but her meds are working and she's starting to take pleasure in life again.
What? I'd like to know what type of work Katie writes. Is it fiction, nonfiction?
Yeah, tell us, Katie.
What kind of writing? Poetry? Like, I mean.
Because we need, what we need to start doing? we're going to start bringing back.
We should start promoting our friends of ours,
Yes.
like on here, like especially writing and stuff like that.
Well, if somebody sends in a poem, we're going to start doing personal poems again, and we will read the poems of the week on the show, accompanied by Edward Scissorhands ice dance music.
Okay.
You know what that is?
Sounds legit.
It is.
Sounds legit.
So we would do that. Send in a poem, whomever. Personal poems is coming back, as well as if you guess where we are, Lana here will provide you with a very inexpensive prize.
Inexpensive prize.
Well, I don't know.
Classy.
She's a very classy lady, right?
It'll be a great prize. I'll think on it.
It'll be a very great prize. So as we conclude here, thank you for everyone for tuning in, and Lana, thank you for being here.
Thank you for
and
having
Pippin,
me again.
Thank you for joining us. Now you might not.
He's here for me.
He's here, and his microphone is turned off, so you may not hear him. He's trying to talk. What was that?
He's here for me. I asked him to be here, my emotional support.
And I thought I saw.
I get nervous doing like these, like I don't. Like it is kind of weird. Just talking.
Yeah.
I can see myself.
Yeah. I mean, most people don't realize, I guess, that we're basically talking as we're watching ourselves talk. But I did see Pippin wink at you. Unless he had some garlic or shrimp in his eye. I mean, that's a possibility. I'm not sure.
He's not allergic to shellfish like you are. Oh, first. This is the first time I've ever been coastal region and not eating seafood because somebody is severely allergic. So my favorite thing, I can't even have it. And it's fresh here.
Is that your favorite thing? Food-wise?
Actually, my favorite food is green beans. So
green beans, your favorite food?
No,
wow,
it's a little boring, but
that I have to say that I didn't see that coming.
You didn't see that coming. It is
green beans. I like green beans.
No, I love seafood and Mexican and Italian.
In that order? Or no. So you're a fan of you're a fan of many cuisines.
Oh, absolutely.
It's good.
Absolutely. I like to cook.
Well, everyone, see, Katie does poetry and prose, and she's working on a fantasy short story. Nicole also likes to write. So we have a lot of creative people on the show. If you guys and girls want to give us some ideas of things you'd want to see on the show, we're open to that, right?
We are open to that. And just because she said that, let me send you, I accidentally wrote what I thought, like, responding to a friend. So I can't give you what her message was responding to it. But like, I accidentally wrote a poem, like as a response in text back to a friend, just like last week.
Yeah.
I'll send it to him, send it to you and show you. It's like, can I just really respond to somebody in text in like I wrote a poem maybe? So, I mean, but maybe you do. Maybe you do. And I thought maybe that was it.
Right. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of fun shows coming up, a lot of new ideas coming up in Pippin and Lana, as well as, Jake at the horse racing track. We'll be chiming in and, look for a show from those three. Hold on. Look for a show from those three soon. Very soon.
Yes, very soon.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So we should go. So everyone, thank you for tuning into the show. Check out kingnetworktv.com if you have the Fire Stick or the Roku King Network TV. Download the app and you can watch the other people's show on there. Something cool. 10 years ago, 2 days ago, Andy Dick agreed to be in the film Virginia Running. Sadly, that's the only thing that I've had happen in the last 10 years. So anytime there's an anniversary, I have to, look back fondly.
I think a lot of our viewers have heard you talk, so they actually don't believe that all this happened in the past 10 years.
Well, one of the only positives, I guess. I don't know. No, but that being said, Virginia Running will be on King Network TV. It'll be streaming there soon, but it'll be a different version than what's been released. The public has seen two different versions, and then on DVD is another version. So the new version will be only probably 45 minutes long. It's going to be a short film. I'm going to cut out all the stuff that's not needed.
I'm looking like I pretend I actually haven't watched the original, so
Not,
next time we can talk about that. Like I haven't watched.
well, here's a weird
I
thing.
haven't watched your stuff.
One time I went on a, and we'll get into this on the dating show, but I went on a date. Actually, they came over to my place, and what they wanted to do on the first date was watch Virginia Running, which was my film. And I found that awkward for me.
Judging you.
Yeah, I didn't want to watch that with them right there. You know, like I don't mind if you watch it. I just not comfortable being sitting right beside of whomever, so I might not be in the room. Is that fine?
I didn't invite you, so
Okay.
like I just wanted to watch too.
All right. Well, and Kate's saying truth is stranger than fiction, which is true. Which is also one of the only Will Ferrell movies you like, right?
Actually,
Stranger
yes.
than fiction.
Actually, yes, I don't like Will Ferrell
Yes.
as an actor other than that movie. I like her. Do I have her number?
I don't have her number, but I will say this. Several people on here, Katie being one of them, back when I had my mental breakdown, really helped talk me through. And she told me about a nice comment that I had given her when we were in, I think, kindergarten or first grade. I had given her the comment that her eye color was pretty because it was the color of blue jeans.
Oh,
So, and so that was I didn't remember that, but it was very what was that?
Well, that is a sweet compliment. A lot of times you've done something and said something that's made somebody feel and uplifted them, and you haven't realized that. But
Yeah.
know that even as bad as you could feel, or whatever, like you've impacted somebody's life. You've said something, done something, and you didn't know who or when it was, but you definitely done it, and we've all done it.
Mm-hmm.
People don't realize that, like, you've made somebody out there extremely happy, at least for a brief moment,
Yes.
enough to where they always remember that moment.
Or if a song comes on, they might remember that and
Yeah.
remember you, a certain sunset or things like that.
You didn't even mean to.
No.
But people have those impacts on others.
Yes, they do. So everyone, thank you for tuning in tonight. It's been a fun show.
Thank
Lana,
you for having me.
Yes, thank you for
Yeah.
coming back on the show. Tomorrow
Thanks,
night, we will be doing the Late Date Show. And we also will be doing, on the movies, with Adam and Jake, we're going to be doing The Good Son.
Yay, Jake's going to be here.
Yes. Are you going to join for on the movies?
Yeah, Jake's going to be here.
Okay. That's good. So Jake will be on there for everyone that you can just spread the word, share and like.
I don't know.
Maybe Pippin might be on. But if you want to join in on the discussion, watch The Good Son. If you don't have it and you want to watch it, message me privately. I'll send you the code to my Vudu. I have it rented on there, and you can watch it for free. Tomorrow at 10 p.m. We're going to do that.
They actually should, because what we watched years ago, 20 plus years ago, and how you would watch that then and judge it then at that age, watching it again later, it actually is it's a solid thumbs up. It's a solid thumbs up.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to join in tomorrow, 10 p.m., The Good Son, and after that, maybe 11, maybe even midnight. We did the Late Date Show at midnight a couple of weeks ago.
It might be midnight.
Midnight?
I might have some dinner plans tomorrow evening.
Okay.
Collaboration plan. Just business related.
Business related. Okay. Well, que sera, sera.
Uh-huh.
So thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the show. I'm Adam.
I'm Lana.
Catch you all later. Bye-bye.